your host, Christian Rodriguez, and today we will be looking at the three main social analysis theories. Structural functionalism. The basis of structural functionalism is the interpretation of society as a structure with interrelated parts that form an interrelated whole. Individuals have little to no control over the ways in which particular structures operate. Conflict theory. To understand conflict theory, we will have to first understand what a conflict is. A conflict is a situation of disagreement between at least two different groups of a given population. A conflict is not necessarily a negative situation, it can also be a positive. But the important aspect of a conflict is that it always leads to a social change. Now that we understand what a conflict is, we have to understand the cause of a conflict. This cause is a scarce or a rare resources which is usually related to an economic aspect of life. Whenever there is a scarce resource, different groups of a population are going to fight each other for the control or supremacy over these resources. This struggle is what leads to change in our society. Charles Marx summarized in the conflict theory in three guiding assumptions. Number one, the dialectic, which states that change doesn't occur through evolution, but rather through conflict. Number two, economic determinism. This concept explains how economic competition is at the root of all social relationships and thus the main reason of conflict. Number three, social activism. The task of any social analysis is social criticism. In other words, to point out society flaws. Symbolic interactionism. All the objects, situations, and relations surrounding the human environment can be seen as symbols that each one of us perceive through our senses. Symbolic interactionism suggests that each individual of a society perceives these symbols in different ways depending on several factors, like society's expectations, society's interactions, individual capabilities, personal experiences, cultural perceptions, etc. And that, my friends, is a brief introduction of social analysis. With this, we conclude our show for today.